Let's do this. Today is the day that we are going to actually put the pedals on the board, wire the board, all the audio and the power cables, and by the end of the day, maybe it will be finished. With the old board, this would take me a couple of days because it was, again, so congested that if I moved one little thing, it would run into another pedal, or I put a cable here and it would totally blow up a whole section. It was the most complex puzzle ever, and I don't like puzzles. I like putting together pedal boards, but I don't like puzzles. With this new board, the way it's laid out, this should be pretty smooth. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but this should go smoothly. One new thing I'm going to do with this board is use these things, little cable tie mounts, so I can put these under the board and maybe a few on top, use a zip tie, keep the cables tidy. So I'm looking forward to see how this works out. All of the really super clean boards that I see on Instagram and stuff are using stuff like this. So we'll see how clean we can get it. Also, before we start, at the end of the last episode, episode 2, the mailman came and he brought this, the Kingsley Minstrel Tube Overdrive. I got to mess around with this last night for maybe like half an hour and it rules. It's so good. I ordered this thing June 2018 and it was a 12-month wait. I only had to wait 10 months. So, but that's a long time to wait for a pedal and it does not disappoint. So, I think I have a special guest coming over. I think it'll go smoothly. I've planned ahead for this. You don't even know. I have spreadsheets and documents for real planning this stuff out to make sure it all goes right. I'm excited. I'm in a good mood. I think this is gonna go well. Are you ready for some pedal? Okay, so the IEC cables for the power supplies have been put down and are looking so crisp. Just this makes me really happy. You know? I don't want to add other stuff to the board because I know it's not going to stay this clean, but we're going to push on. That looks nice. Now, I'm going to put the pedals on the board. Dual lock on the pedals, dual lock on the board, just in little squares. I'm not doing the pedal board tape thing where you throw the Velcro across each rail. You only need a little bit of this stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Pro tip, if you're gonna be working on something where you're gonna be hunched over for a while, do something where you can have it lifted up. This is just an old luggage stand. Put it on my coffee table. Now I can work right here. Saves my back. That's important. Gotta keep your back straight. Working on a pedal board, gotta keep your back straight. So this is an important thing with spacing. I'm not wiring the audio cables up, but I'll like throw a cable in like that side just to see how far over G2 should be from the fuzz. The cable for my guitar is going to go in here, so I don't need a cable. It's okay where it is right there. And then over here, I was trying to figure out how are these two going to be together because there's a MIDI cable coming out of G2 and then there's audio cables. So I'll go ahead and plug in, that's just one cable, you know. It's just to get the spacing. And I'll put it down in there so that when everything goes in, we know that the spacing's cool because we already checked it with the cables. And then I'll just pull it off, remove the cables, and then come back and put them in later. Today's musical inspiration, Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Why would you not listen to Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation? Look, I have a Janet Jackson trading card. Ooh. Oh, Phil, You're so cool. You're not so bad yourself, Miss Jackson. I love you. Love will never do without you. You're an idiot. I know. I'm gonna run out of dual lock. Okay, so I am about to run out of dual lock, so I'm going to Lowe's to get some fastener tape from Scotch. It is apparently the same stuff. I got the dual lock on Amazon because I couldn't pick it up in a store, and did a little research and saw that this Scotch stuff is basically the same stuff. So, off to the store, gonna get some, gonna go back. Special guest is about to come over. We're gonna keep rocking. Yeah. Got it. Special guest is here. Special guest. Special guest is here. My bandmate, Carrie Hutcherson.
Hi.
Carrie's come over to lend a hand with what remains on the board, which is plenty. Still got several pedals to put on the board. 2/3 of the pedals are on, and all of the audio cabling and power cabling has to be done, which is usually the most time consuming. But again, I think it's going to go pretty smoothly with the amount of space on this board. My previous board was a heart attack to try to put together.
Yeah. This is going to be easier.
This will be easier.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question. Like many people, I've watched your other videos. And you mentioned in a previous episode, you were currently using this Mercury 7, right, as your reverb.
Yes.
Is that the main reverb you use? Like you use reverb on your amp too.
I always have this.
Right.
I always have the amp reverb on.
Yeah.
All the time.
But you said you might replace it with this Ventress.
Yes.
And that made me ask why. And you were debating. You felt like you might not want to let go of this one.
Yes.
On the board.
I actually got this to use with my synths.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
And then I enjoyed it so much that I was like, I'm just going to put this on my pedal board. It has like 2 main reverb sounds, but it has a lot of stuff under the hood too. This one just has a lot more algorithms, a lot of different sounds. Anything you can think of, you can do on this pedal.
You can turn it into a fuzz?
Yeah, I think so. But the main thing about this is that it's a dual reverb. Most reverb pedals have one chip, whatever. It can do one algorithm at a time. This one has 2, and you can have them run in parallel. You can have one run into the other. You can have one go to one amp and one go to the other. Anything you can think of that you would want a reverb pedal to do, this can do.
Interesting.
All right, let's get back to work. The end of the day, didn't get to cabling, but got all the pedals locked on the board, and they are really on there. I think the spacing, it looks good. Shh, it's nighttime. I'm running some power cables. I still have the board up in the air. All I'm doing is just dropping in a power cable and just letting it hang down for now, and then I'll label the end. So that one says Cali 76, 18 volt. That's the Cali 76. I know it's 18 volts, so I know where that needs to go. So I'm just letting the cables hang down, plugging them in one by one, and I'm just gonna run them under the board and hopefully make them kind of tidy. I'm only gonna do this for a little bit longer, then I'm gonna go to bed, but we're getting there, man. We're getting there.
messed up.
No, yeah, you should have stopped. You're good.
You know what would be funny? If you laid down on the table and bench pressed it a couple times. Do it.
Tell me when you're going.
Okay, go.
Ah, yes! Yeah, get pumped!